one of the things I had to decide was who was going to receive this award from the supervisor's office. And that was a very important decision and a very serious decision, because this is a very special honor for me. So I remember a professor who invited me to a San Jose State class, and she allowed me to speak to students about my past experiences in life, and it was very moving, very touching for me personally, because I'd never been able to sort of espouse sort of about myself, going back all the way to high school in Vietnam, and then currently to where we are. And she was the first person to allow me to sort of vent those issues. And so as I was reading the program, I found out a little bit about her, and that is she lives in an old house with a bunch of cats, and she lives with a very nice guy. and you know, tomorrow is her special day, and so is his.
The guy married up with her.
Oh, that's right. You know, tomorrow is their 20th wedding anniversary. So it was fortuitous, I guess, but Dr. Ochoa, not only are you a scholar, an author, but an honor that I give, that I've only given this honor to one other person, and you are an urban legend. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Supervisor Valle, for this most honorific of moments. And I want to congratulate everyone who's here tonight, recipients and supporters, because we all gain from our mutual endeavors to make Hayward and our surrounding communities the best possible place in the world. I want to offer a special thanks to my family, to my mother Christine, to my brother Joe, to my sister Sue and her husband Mike, to our special friend Sarah Rodolico, who's here tonight, to the Galaviz Ambris familia, who's here, of course to the Valle family and the Orozco Sakai family. All of you have supported me in so many ways in this very bizarre thing that I do called writing. And so it's an odd process, but one of the things that I thought was really important to do as I was growing up was to try to figure out what my place was in society, and then to try to figure out, and this was the harder part, what my talents were and how I might apply them in the service of others. And because I had a mother who read to me every night and a father who corrected my homework diligently every night, I came to love reading and writing in a way that maybe most people don't. And so just to give you some sense of what writing is like, so a typical morning for me is I get up and I drink several cups of coffee and I spend a lot of time in front of the computer doing nothing. And then I get up and walk around. And then I go back to the computer at my desk and I move a few words around on the page, and then I get up and make another cup of coffee. And then I come back to the page and print it out and I look at it and I throw it away. Not environmentally sensitive. I've gotten better about that. And then it begins all over again. So there's not a lot in the realm of writing that we do that gives us much encouragement that what we're going to ultimately end up with is something that's serviceable. But when we do look up from the page, and we move away from that isolation that we have to be in as a function of what we do, we become a part of this most amazing world that is filled with all sorts of complicated human interactions. And it's this, the joy and the pain of being a human being, that I try to capture in the histories that I write. And I'm not saying at all that my writing is particularly eloquent. But I do know this, that I have a lot of people along the way who helped me, not the least of which two of our honorees tonight, Mr. Ratto and Ms. Guys, who were my teachers. Now, the 6 or 7 years that separate us were huge when I was a high school student and they were fledgling teachers. Now, not so huge that we're in our 60s. But I do thank them, and I thank the both of you for teaching me not only how to be a better person, but more importantly, how to be a better teacher. And the successes that I have every day, those are because of you. The mistakes, well, that's all on me. So what I'd like to do is just thank you again, Supervisor Valle, for affording me the opportunity to come away from my desk and to be a part of the community as a whole that we're all a part of. And I thank you all for being here, and good night.